This problem, I can promise you are likely solving the wrong way on your SAT. Most of these problems, when it says describe the function of the underlying portion, like yes, you can answer it that way, but what is way easier is what I call truth checking. And all this means is if you are going to see which ones are just actually completely wrong, and it doesn't even matter this section. So if you look at this passage, it talks about the people of medieval Europe were traditionally uninterested in cleanliness and hygiene, but modern research has shown that this is largely a myth. According to historian Eleanor Jenga, most medieval towns in Europe had at least one public bathhouse, which often offered both full immersion baths and more affordably steam baths. While such amenities were available to mainly town dwellers, regular bathing in rivers and streams or daily sponge baths at home were common practices throughout medieval Europe. So let's just look at these options. So A, it asserts that medieval Europe steam baths were more popular in rural areas than in urban ones. That's just wrong. Like, no, it's talking about how it was more popular in towns. And then B, it describes a limitation of the early historian studies of medieval European bathing habits. That is not even discussed in the text. That's wrong. C, it concedes that not all people in medieval Europe had access to public bathhouses. That is actually true. We'll go back to that in a second. D, it explains why Jenga decided to study the popularity of public bathhouses in medieval Europe. That is not in the text whatsoever. So what students will do is they will get spun up on little details of truly trying to understand why that's there instead of just removing the false ones. If you want more tips like this, make sure you hit follow.